Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a pencil tumbler. It is one of the more time-consuming cups because you have to break it up into sections, but it's super cute and makes such a great teacher gift. I just want to go through it quickly before we get into the video so you have a general idea of what's coming. You want to make sure you prep your cup. I have different videos that I'll link here, I'm not really sure, that I'll link. Based if you're doing an acrylic tumbler or a stainless steel tumbler, you want to make sure it's fully prepped, and you're gonna do it in sections. So I do the black, the yellow, and the pink, and then I spray seal that and I let that off gas. I use clear spray paint for this type of cup, so you have to wait 48 hours, and then I do the brown and the silver. I do base coat each, like I did a black, a yellow, and a pink paint first, and I will link all of the paints and all of the glitters that I use right below here in the description box. There's a little arrow you can press so you can have all of that information. So I hope that you enjoy the video. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and comment below if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to help. And also give me a comment below if there's anything you want to see moving forward. I've got a few things in the works, but I'd love to hear from you as to what you would like to see a tutorial for. All right, enjoy the video. So once your cup is prepped, you're going to tape off the top and the bottom. Now there's no exact measurement as to what it's supposed to be. You can just sort of do what you like. But I sort of make it like the same width as the piece of electrical tape. So like the top two sections are about the same size, if that makes sense. So the first thing you do is tape off the top, and then you're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So the ring at the top and the bottom then are about the same width, and you're going to want to make sure you press down your tape really nice and snug to your cup so you don't get any leaking of your paint. So the one top is going to be like the eraser, and one's going to be the pencil tip. So I like the pencil tip to go on the bottom, like so it would be like a pencil writing. So cut and lay down your chevron pattern. I have the SVG linked below if you're interested, and I am using STENCIL vinyl, but you could also use removable. You just don't want to use permanent because you don't want to rip off any of your base coat. So mine didn't work out perfectly, but that's fine. So I just take my craft knife and trim the excess so it matches up perfectly. So then it's time to base coat. So I'm going to add red to the universal white for my pink glitter, and then I'm going to use this spicy mustard 3-in-1 paint for the yellow and black gloss for my black. So again, I only want to use one coat of glitter, so I'm going to base coat my cup in those sections before I add the glitter to ensure that I don't have to do multiple coats. So red in the universal white makes pink, and mine was too dark, so I actually also added a little bit of white pigment, and then I just painted on the pink color for the eraser. Then I painted on the spicy mustard, which is a flippin' awesome paint, which is a really actually perfect pencil color. If you wanted to do just a paint color pencil, not glitter, this would be a great option. And then I did black gloss, and you can see my spray paint. I did like a satin spray paint, and it really didn't love the black gloss. So I ended up needing 2 coats of that, which is not a huge deal, but I just did a second coat, and then I made sure my paint dried for 4 hours before I moved on to the glittering time. So I brush on my bright tone, and I'm going to do it section by section. So brush on the bright tone and then sprinkle on your glitter. And I started with the black, my darkest color first. It shouldn't be a huge issue because you really shouldn't have any problems with them touching each other, as they're like not right next to each other. So then I just do the same thing for the yellow. Okay, I brush on the bright tone and then I pour on my glitter. I'm using Sunflower from Sass & Crafts for this particular one. They actually have a pencil kit if you need all the colors. And then make sure you shake off any excess glitter before moving on to the next color. And then I did the exact same thing for the pink. So brush on my BT, sprinkle on my glitter, and then I let it dry for 4 hours. It's got to fully dry for 4 hours, and then I sealed this with clear spray paint. Okay, so I did clear spray paint, and I let this off gas for, I think I did like 30 hours, and then I removed the tape. And then I moved on with the last 2 sections. So I chose to base coat the silver part with the GRUNGE GREIGE 3-in-1 paint, and I did the same color on the like bottom part of the pencil, so you could do whatever you want. It just happened to work actually really nicely. So I brushed on the bright tone and then I added the silver glitter. I brushed on the bright tone and added sand. So this is sand from Painted Valley Designs, and it actually looked really nice over that grunge greige because it's a metallic glitter, so it didn't matter. But you could also do like a brown for whatever you have. Okay, and then again let this dry for 4 hours. And then I sprayed it again with spray paint and let it off gas for 48 hours. So once it's all fully sealed up, because you don't want your glitter to move, you're going to do about like 4 or 5 layers of extreme protection. Make sure that you dry 4 hours in between your layers. And you use about 2 milliliters per layer. After about that 4th or 5th coat, really depends on how your glitter lays. Usually I wait 5 with extreme protection and less, like 3 or 4 with bright tone. I'm going to do a very light sanding, and you can see how I just barely touch the cup right here, and let the sandpaper do its thing. 400 grit, and make sure you go all the way around the cup. It should be pretty smooth to the touch after you get this sanding, but this first sanding should be pretty light. Rinse with water and dry, and then you're going to keep layering. So I usually switch to a bright tone after my first sanding, and then you're just going to keep going until it's smooth. Sanding every 3 layers at this point. Once you switch to your bright tone, every 3 layers you can give it a good sand. And then once it's fully smooth, if you want, you can add a decal, and then, or you could leave it. And if you add a decal, you'll just add a few more layers of bright tone over your decal until it's fully smooth. It really depends on the type of decal you have, so you'll just do it until you're done. So that's it. It is a time-consuming cup, but let it cure about 5 to 7 days before you pass it along. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already, and connect with me on Instagram, and comment below if you have any questions at all.